Okay, so there we are, all set with this porch or deck. So there's a few special things about it. Well, the picture framing of all the steps is a new one. People do that. We also picture framed a double picture frame. It's two runs around and then the main decking. But it's got a staircase on each side. So from here, right, front and left staircases. And because of all these staircases, it's a very complicated post design. Now all these posts, including this one, the column, the 6x6 column, and these railing posts are all cedar. The top railing is a 2x4 cedar. And as you can see here, this is cable railing design. These are black 8-inch stainless steel, I believe, black cable design. Typically, they recommend each corner to have 2 posts for the cables to go each way into the same post. Here I got 1 post per corner everywhere. That's 1. And 2, I've got a through design, a through post cable design. Therefore, it makes it a little bit more complicated when you have a single post in the corner, because you can't obviously cross the metal pieces. And so I had to shift them and make this entire, maybe I'll show you in the video, this entire story pole. I think that was the most complicated in terms of like calculating thing about this porch. There's different design cable railings out there with hardware that goes in like an anchor bolt. I thought that those aren't as safe as these, so that's how I made my life a little harder. Another beautiful thing about this porch is that the columns are inside of the floor. All the columns are inside. That was, of course, a headache to do, to have it nice like that. Another interesting thing about this deck is the skirting. The skirting is slats. So by the way, that's a door. That's an access door right there. Minimalistic design too. That's a latch and a nice wide, about 6, maybe 6.5 feet wide door for the underneath the decking. So you get your slats, and those, and the skirting is made of the same Havana Gold. This is what it's called, Havana Gold. It's a little wet right now. You can't see the beauty of it, too shiny, but it's got veins. It's like a two-tone, so it's got darker veins. Looks very beautiful, very natural, like wood. It's called Havana Gold color, and so that same Havana Gold is around the skirting here, which is ripped in half down the middle to sort of like bring the horizontal design to the cable railing system. There's your supporting post. This is just a 2x4 to match the 2x4 top railing, because the spread here is more than 6 feet from the column to the corner post of the railing. The landings are natural rock, blue rock, in front of each staircase, as well as a patio. So another landing in front of the front staircase, and there's a patio right there on this side. Nice natural blue rock, a few color combinations. Some of this is wet. It was raining like pretty bad, so I brought some mud as I was working, and therefore I washed it. I hosed the decking a little bit. That's why the top railing cedar is dry, and the composite is still wet, shining wet. So these through hardware, I guess there got some pluses and minuses about them. So this here is, I'm going to show you one new ones. Maybe there's something I'm not aware of when it comes to this particular style cable railing. We did one at black, so I was limited to only certain brands. But this brand here, they did not give or did not provide a longer through piece. This metal through piece, when at a diagonal for staircases, it has to be longer than here. And so it comes out, you crimp it, and you hold it tight here with, you know, your tool in order to Allen wrench it down tight. You cannot really reach it here on the corner post, because at a diagonal, the distance inside the post becomes longer, so you can't really see the hardware coming out. And so we had to grab onto the actual cable, crimp the cable itself, and so almost ruin it in some cases in order to tighten up the cable from post to post. And I'll show you in some cases how it was visible. Here we go, that's an example. So if anybody knows how to avoid that problem with this particular cable railing design, let me know in the comments. Anyway, so fascia board here is composite PVC. I believe it gives it a nice contrast. Nice, futuristic, modern, simple, and durable design. It blends right into the house that has vinyl siding. Complicated combination of this deck introduced some obstacles, but we were able to overcome those obstacles, not make too many mistakes. Well, all the mistakes that were made along the process were fixable, and we fixed them.